Wow, look at this out here. This view is absolutely amazing. You can see all of Taipei City. So pretty. In Taiwan, there are a lot of different and amazing foods. Some of them are a little bit stranger, but there's one thing that I really just haven't been able to completely get used to, even after living here for so long. Here we go. What is this? Can you believe it? Look at this. In this small little place, they've got this giant pond full of shrimp for fishing.
I'm Brian. I'm from the United States, and this time I'm a member of the Formosa Pilgrimage. The Formosa Pilgrimage is made up of tourists from 8 different countries, and we want to share with the world different parts of the sparks of Taiwanese culture. I've been living in Taiwan for 13 years, and during that time I've lived in Taipei City. Taipei City is the capital of Taiwan, and is usually one of the first cities that most foreign travelers come to when they visit Taiwan. This year, British media has reported Taiwan as one of the top 10 cities for foreigners to visit and live in. One of the main reasons they cited is the 24-hour availability of delicious street-side food stalls. That's right. In Taipei City, no matter if it's daytime or nighttime, lifestyle is really exciting. And today, we're going to share with everyone some of those wonderful nighttime snacks that are available here in Taipei City. When you're talking about Taiwanese nightlife, one thing that you have to mention is night markets. Where I'm from in the United States, most stores usually close maybe around 8 or 9 in the evening, and after that there's not much to do. However, in Taiwan, there are 300 large and small night markets, and it's one thing that all Taiwanese people will recommend to you when you come to visit Taiwan. Right now, I'm in Taipei's Wanhua district at the Banga Night Market.
When most foreigners come to Taiwan, there are a lot of different and amazing foods that they can try. And a lot of Taiwanese people try and suggest a few things, like stinky tofu or jian, which are oyster omelets. Some of them are a little bit stranger, but there's one thing that I really just haven't been able to completely get used to, even after living here for so long. Let's check it out. Hey, 谢谢. All right, here we go. In the United States, when we get steak, usually it comes with like a potato and maybe a salad. But in Taiwan, what it comes with usually is corn soup, maybe some bread, and then the weirdest part to me, noodles. Not only that, but if you look at the steak, they just pour the sauce all over it. You'd never get that in the United States. But after living here for so long, I'm pretty used to it. And it's a lot cheaper than a steakhouse in the United States. So let's dig in. Nice, and that's Taiwanese steak.
When you go to night markets in Taiwan, one of the most important things about the experience is the verb guang. In Taiwanese, it's called seiyachi. What it means is to walk around the night market and not just look at the things and buy things at the night market, but experience it. Eat, shop, and look at everything and all of the people that are there. At this night market, other than food, you can also find different types of clothing, daily items, and really pretty much anything you're looking for. Aside from that, there are of course games for children to play.
Well, in Taiwan, when you come to a night market, there's one thing that every kid has from their memory, and that's thieves, which is kind of like pachinko from Japan. You take these little metal ball bearings, and then you put them into the machine to make a bet, and you pick where it is that you try and get the ball to go. So, let's give it a try. Oh, I missed it by 1. Okay, so let's put a few more.
After a night walking through the night markets, what are you gonna do? Your feet are definitely gonna be tired. So, in Taiwanese night markets, it's really common to find a very popular spot at the end of the evening, and that is a foot massage parlor. In these past years in Taiwan, this has become very, very popular, and you can see both Taiwanese locals as well as tourists getting massages after a long evening going through the night market. However, foot massage in Taiwan is very different, and the big difference is it hurts.
大哥，这边有一点痛哎。
这边是肠胃啊。
肠胃？
对。
什么意思？
就是可能跟你吃东西比较急，或没有按时吃饭吧。
是没有错。
According to Taiwanese practices, when getting a foot massage, there are actually many places on the feet that correspond to different organs throughout the body. While the masseuse is rubbing your feet, if those places hurt, it actually represents the fact that those organs aren't doing so well. And those masseuses can tell the person getting a massage about that so that they can pay attention to those kind of health problems.
那这边也有一点痛呢。
这边脾脏。
脾脏？
对，脾脏。
So my stomach and my spleen apparently aren't that great. Maybe I just haven't had a massage in long enough. I think that's probably the problem. My feet are getting used to it. But I might need to check out my body a little bit too.
Since Taipei is a city that never sleeps, as you can imagine, there are many beautiful views of the Taipei skyline that you can see at nighttime. Most people will think of going to Yangmingshan to view these. However, in the middle of Taipei City, there's actually an amazing place where you can view all of these beautiful scenes. Right now, I'm at the Grand Hotel Taipei. This hotel has over 70 years of history. There is a Chinese-style temple theme to the architecture, and it's one of the most well-known landmarks in Taipei City. Over the past 2 years during the pandemic, the hotel has used the lights of their rooms in order to illuminate various messages, giving support to the Taiwanese community. The Grand Hotel Taipei has housed delegates from many different countries over the years, including premiers, ambassadors, and over 2,000 others from different countries. For example, President Eisenhower once stayed at the Grand Hotel Taipei. Because so many important people were visiting the hotel, when they were designing it, they took extra care to make it extra special.
Hey Brian，你知道吗？我们圆山大饭店呢有2条的密道。那现在我们的所在位置就是大家人称非常神秘的东密道的入口哦。
有密道哦。
对，没错，你看得出来吗？
这边也没什么啊，就一个墙壁啊。What？
没错，这个呢就是我们现在东密道大门的入口哦。大家都说它是一个非常神秘的境地。
The hidden passageways that are located beneath the Grand Hotel Taipei in order to allow those attending events or staying at the hotel to be able to respond to an immediate threat, these were created. Where do they lead? You'll have to come here and see for yourself to find out, because I'm about to go up to the 12th floor to see a beautiful nighttime skyline scene.
Wow, look at this out here. This view is absolutely amazing. You can see all of Taipei City. Over here, from what I understand, on this side you can see Guanyin Mountain, and on a clear day you can see Danshui. Then over in front of us here we have the Xingkong building, and then over behind to the other side there's Taipei 101. You can really see all of Taipei City from here. Living here for so long, I've never seen such an amazing view of Taipei at night. So pretty.
This is one of the hidden treasures of the Taipei nightlife skyline. Normally, this view is only available on New Year's Eve, and it's only given to people who are staying at the hotel on those evenings to watch the fireworks. After hiding this for 70 years, the Grand Hotel Taipei has finally decided to open it up to the public and allow them to view this beautiful scenery while enjoying an evening dinner. Today, they have an event for a motorcycle club, and they help them bring 3 motorcycles up to the 12th floor in their elevator. Being able to sit on this balcony that's nearly 100 meters long and enjoy an evening dinner really is one of the most joyful things that I've ever been able to do in Taipei City. Additionally, at the end of the year, the Grand Hotel Taipei is planning to open a special underground bar in the same area as their hidden passageways. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. Highly recommend it to everyone. When you're talking about nightlife, how could you not go out for a drink? Taipei City is a city, like I said, that never sleeps. And in the Linsun area, there are lots of bars that are different from one another and have their own unique twists. My friend is going to take me to a special one that has something even more unique about it tonight. Let's see where he takes me.
Ryan，我们到了，
啊，你不是要带我去酒吧？
就是这边，
这个看起来不像酒吧啊。
我们进去就知道了。
好
OK，
你看这个就不是酒吧，也没有人啊。
我按了这个你就知道了。
好。
有两位，对。
So it turns out that this bar is a speakeasy bar that was put together in a pawn shop. Originally, this store was a pawn shop for over 40 years, and after it closed down, the owners of the bar decided to keep what they had originally and change it a little bit into more of a speakeasy type of a bar. So what they decided to do was make it a little bit more Taiwanese by keeping the Taiwanese flavor in both the building itself as well as their menu that they have for their different drinks and cocktails.
酒单为什么会有内衣呢？
哦，这些啊都是这1年多以来啊，很多人来典当品的故事去做发想的调酒，对。
It actually turns out that rather than just keeping the looks of a pawn shop, this bar has kept another special thing that is also connected to the pawn shop. What you can do is you can tell the bartender a story about an item that you bring with you, and they'll give you a special ticket. You take this ticket and you can redeem it for alcohol or a discount on your next purchase. Now, the interesting thing is, when you look at their menu, you actually see that in the menu they have the things that customers have sold before. And you can find things like heart medication, bras. There's some really interesting things in here. Let's take a look and see how much my story can be worth. What? My store was only worth $100? It looks like I'm going to have to foot the bill myself this time. My friend recommended this drink called the Low Ball. What? Why is it that it looks like it's in a Taiwan beer bottle? Don't be fooled by this. It's actually a little bit of creativity from the bartender. And it has this really special flavor that really has a bit of a Taiwanese beer as well as just Taiwanese kind of a flavor to it. And it's really something special. If in the middle of the night you don't feel like going to a bar and you don't feel like going to bed, Taipei City has one thing that you consider that's more of a quiet option. There's a bookstore that doesn't close 24 hours a day, and you'll be surprised to find out that even in the middle of the night, there is still a lot of people here. Founded in 1989, Esleep Bookstore is definitely something you would call a core part of the Taiwanese lifestyle. In 1999, they created the Duanlan Bookstore, which was their first 24-hour store. And this was created in order to allow people in Taipei City a place where they could go and read books any time of the day. Additionally, in 2004 and 2015, CNN reported calling Esleep Bookstore one of the world's coolest bookstores. And in 2020, when the lease came up for the Duanlan Bookstore, they decided to switch over and make the Xingyi Bookstore their new 24-hour location. Additionally, other than selling books, Esleep also has a 24-hour record store inside of it, where you can actually listen to the records for yourself. Moreover, the thing that surprised me more than that is inside of this bookstore, you can also find a supermarket, and it's 24 hours. So if in the middle of the night you feel a little bit hungry, you could come to Esleep Bookstore, find a book with a recipe in it, then go to the market, find the things you need for that recipe, then head home and make yourself a delightful nighttime snack.
All right, so right now it's already after 1:30 in the morning, and as you can see, there's nobody out here. Everyone's asleep. But there's one place that still has a lot of people. Let's take a look. Eh? Can you believe it? Look at this. In this small little place, they've got this giant pond full of shrimp for fishing.
And in the middle of the night, you would never expect to see this many people there, I bet. But in Taipei City, after a busy day, some people go to night markets, some people go to bars, and other people decide to use a Taiwanese form of relaxation, shrimp fishing. Here inside of this pond, you can see Thai prawns jumping around. Usually in the States, when we're fishing, we use worms as bait. However, here, you use these tiny little shrimp. The boss says that the real key to shrimp fishing is having enough patience. Hopefully, I do.
Here we go. So I'm supposed to watch my bobber, and if the bobber goes under, I can't jerk it fast like I normally would when I'm fishing for fish. I have to wait about 10 to 15 seconds so that the shrimp can eat the bait, and then I can go for it. Hopefully I get some. Oh, it's going under. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it got away. 老板，我做错什么了？
你数的秒数不够，你刚刚只数到7，我跟你说要数到10到15秒。
Oh, too fast. I need to go slower. I thought I was waiting long enough. Okay, let's try again. Okay, rebait and let's give it another go.
According to the boss here, the shrimp fishing industry in Taiwan actually came up because of a bit of an inconsistency in farming as well as selling. About 40 years ago in Taiwan, farming Thai prawn became quite common. However, they ran into a bit of a bottleneck with their supply and demand in the market. And so, different owners of both shrimp farms and those who were working on selling shrimp decided to come up with this idea where you can shrimp the fish yourself and then cook them there on the spot. It's something that at the time seemed new, but it caught on like wildfire. And now in Taipei City, you can see these shrimp fisheries all around the city.
Let's give it a go. I got one! Yeah, not bad. That's what happens when you count to 15. If you go too fast, you're not gonna get your shrimp. Ooh.
After catching all of your shrimp, the idea is to cook them. And here they offer a service where they help you cook them. After putting them on a skewer, the boss says that we should put a lot of salt on them in order to help them both be a little bit crispy, more flavorful, and also to keep them from burning. Wow, look at this plate full of shrimp. It looks like these are my spoils of war today.
Now, in the United States, we don't usually have to peel the shrimp by ourselves. We usually have them already open, so this is taking me a long time to learn. But I'm not too bad at it now. All right, time to enjoy. So good. I love shrimp so much. And that salt really does make it taste really good. So good.
Nightlife in Taipei City is definitely exciting. No matter if you're going to the commonly visited night markets, going to the bars, going to different places to see the beautiful scenery that this town has to offer, or going shrimp fishing with your friends. There's still places where you can go to bookstores all night long, listen to records. There's something for everyone in Taipei City, and the nighttime is no exception to that. So I really invite anyone that has the chance to come to Taipei City, come and see what Taipei has waiting for you.